I'm going to begin, guys, by asking. I mean, when I saw the film, the thing that struck me most, I couldn't quite believe how good the screenplay was. You could just tell when watching it how great it was.
Well, it's great, and it won Best Screenplay in Cannes, so we're very happy with the screenplay. Obviously.
But I'm just wondering about your first thoughts when you first read it, and I mean, she's a genius already, so I mean, I'm sure you were expecting it to be good. But yeah, when you first got it, what can you remember what you first thought when you went through it?
Bah, vas-y, Noémie. I remember where I was. I was in my bathroom. In my bathroom, comment tu dis, ma baignoire?
Bath tube.
Hein?
Bath tube, like the bath tube where you lay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I was in my bath, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is a incredible love story." And in a vision, it tells in a new way, and this way is something we've missed. It's a female gaze, and female gaze is what it's something we need more. It's our story, our stories. And this film is all about that. It's all about love and all about art and all about sorority also. And this is important to do.
Oh, well, to say it like quickly, I was very excited to work on this film because I think that, okay, we have, our goal is very high, so we have a lot of work ahead to actually fulfill it. So I said, it's more like, okay, now you are on board, now you have a lot of responsibility because this could be great actually. So.
Yeah, because I mean, like you said, it's not just. I mean, obviously, it's not just a film about women. But when you say from the female gaze, I mean, it's literally from the female gaze because she's painting her. I mean, it's still quite a rarity, isn't it, in cinema? You don't realise till you see a film like this how infrequently we see movies of this nature.
We definitely.
First, it's a movie with almost only women, and it's unbelievable that we. A lot of people notice the fact that it's only with women because there is so many movies with only men, and so it's kind of a new adventure that we propose and a new way of telling and inventing love and erotism, because this movie takes times and it's really about horizontal gazes between the women
and so to say, I mean, it's very much like this is queer story. But I think it's very interesting also, and I'm very glad that you're a man and you're saying this, because I think you can take it home and just use it for your own life to invent. Then, because I think it's a proposition, no men in the frame. It doesn't mean we want to erase men first. It just mean that it's a proposition like for a movie for 2 hours, it's okay. And what I mean is, like, I think what is the biggest change in this movie is that we are based, as Noémie says, erotism on collaboration, on imagination, and not on a domination that would be most of the time the strongest lift. I say, like, for erotism would be domination. And in our situation, we're like, equality is actually very exciting, very much more exciting. There's much more possibility for you to create, for you to investigate all the possibility in life and in art and in sex life as well. So,
and I was wondering too, Adele, did you get to keep? Because I mean, some of the paintings drawn of you in this are excellent. Did you get to keep any of them? Are they real paintings? Did you have to sit for them?
That's what they told me when I first engaged myself in this movie, but now they are taking it away from me. So no, it's okay. It's just because there's an exhibition traveling in the world, and I think it's more interesting for, like, the countries when the release happen. Maybe it will be the case in England. It's more interesting to get the painting than for me to have it hanging on the wall somewhere. It's okay.
One day maybe.
But one day maybe.
Do you guys ever take sort of bits of memorabilia from sets, or is there anything that you ever have from projects that you like to keep forever to remind you of your experience?
Yeah, I like to keep something. Is the question? Yeah. If we like to keep something from the... We have something from the...
in the Cape.
The Cape. It's important.
Yeah, we will. There's something like side project on the set that we
But
kept.
we kept something.
Well, every time now I read a book and I see 28, I just get really emotional.
We have 28.
And I was wondering, one of the things that struck me about this as well was I was thinking about the finality of something ending, in the sense that these days, if two people were to meet and then they were to separate for any reason, they could just go on WhatsApp, or they could speak on Facebook, or they could call each other and FaceTime. But in this, you always feel like back then, when you say goodbye to someone, it could be goodbye forever. Do you think that people cherished their experiences with each other more back then than they do now, because there was always that sense of something ending, lingering over them?
I cannot answer. I don't know. I think it's always hard to separate, even nowadays. Even if you can reach someone through WhatsApp, it doesn't.
You don't know if the person will answer.
I don't know. I cannot answer that. I'm sorry.
That's right. Because a lot of, whenever you get sort of French actress or actresses come over to England, a lot of the UK press would always say, "Oh, you're going to make a movie in America or make a movie in England."
Yeah.
But do
you mean like be a grown-up actress?
Yes.
Only.
Yeah.
Okay.
You haven't made it. You made it.
Okay.
I
Maybe.
was just wondering, but you don't get roles like this in very as frequently in England or America. Do you think in some ways France is one of the best places for quite nuanced roles for women?
Yes and no. Yes, because there is a strong female scenes, because and for example among them is Céline, but there are also all other like female film directors, such as I worked for example with Skatel Kilevere, or we can talk about Rebecca Slotowski, or there's a lot actually in the young, but they are together and they are trying to they are collaborating with each other, so it exists. But it's not enough. We have to fight for our right. But now at least we know.
And just very finally, what's next for you both? Are you working on any projects at the moment?
Oh no, I have a movie called Jumbo, directed by Zoe Vuittoc with Emmanuel Berco, and it's going to be out in March. And
I'm working on a theatre play, so very confidential,
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time today. Much appreciated. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey!